Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play by Mechadave. This is Heretic, a game developed by Raven Software and published by id using the Doom engine with a few modifications such as an inventory system and the ability to look up and down. So, at the bottom there you can see our HUD with the two faces representing death and life respectively. The closer the ruby is to the human face, the better your life is. The closer it gets to the skull, the closer you are to death. And the three spots in the center there representing the keys you have. The empty square next to it is your tools, your inventory system, because unlike with Doom, whenever you get a power-up in this game, you don't use it immediately. It actually gets stored in your inventory and you can use it whenever you want, which is a very handy feature. So, let's go ahead and jump in. This is our chapter list. We'll be playing City of the Damned, which is also a chapter I'm very familiar with because I played the shareware version when I was younger. And I still believe I've got the disc laying around somewhere. Unfortunately, the downside with the shareware version is after you've installed it and loaded it up, the audio would get corrupted once you tried reloading the game. And it would bring the game down to about 7 frames per second. It was horrible. And especially for a DOS game, that's just really unacceptable. So here we've got the difficulty settings where, you know, the Black Plague, that's pretty much the Doom Nightmare setting. We won't be playing that because it removes all health bonuses from the game, and I do know my limits. I am not going to be able to get very far without that. Thou art a Smite Master. It's pretty much the ultra-violence level, but it also removes some power-ups from the game, which I'm not too fond of with that. So, instead we'll be playing on the normal difficulty here. Bringest them honeth. And here we've got our Elven Wand, which is this game's version of the pistol. It's a okay weapon, it gets the job done I guess, but we'll definitely be opting out for something better as soon as we get it. And these gargoyles are this game's version of the Lost Soul. If anybody's played Doom, then they'll know what they are. They're flying, burning skulls that are on fire, and all they really do is just charge at you. We've got these blue health files, which in some levels will actually form a linear path towards where you're needing to go. And that's always handy. So sometimes it's just a matter of follow the health. Go up here, grab the key, guarded by these two gargoyles. Something else. For each weapon inside this game, they have their own unique ammo. So unlike with Doom or Wolfenstein, there is no ammo sharing in this game. But there's a power-up later on we'll get that I suppose takes care of that. Here we've got a golem. Kill him, watch spooky scary skeleton pop out. There's a gargoyle up here who hides out of my screen sight, which is completely unfair, by the way, and absolutely rude. Go down here, find the two golems laying around. The other one's just kind of chilling out behind the corner, watching his buddy get shot. Probably doesn't even know he got shot, just wondering, hey, what happened? These guys make terrible guards. Like, the evil sorcerer who hired these things, he's probably got the power to afford all the money in the world, and he says, hey, you know what, let's hire the guards that will watch their buddies get shot right in front of them. Like, this doesn't even apply to Heretic. This just applies to just about anyone. Hey, let's just hire the guys that just kind of stand around and go, hey, what happened to my buddy? He just got shot. Oh well, back to business, I guess. Anyway, moving on. Over here, there's a secret with a set of gloves that we will use to destroy this guy for trying to sneak up behind us. These are the Gauntlets of the Necromancer. They shoot out very beautiful green lightning. And they are functionally identical to the chainsaw. They have that sort of weird suction skill that lets you kind of drag into certain enemies. And this is a stick. We will not be using the stick. Why use a stick when you have lightning? What we really want is our little crystal wand here. By the way, you can in fact adjust the screen size. You can go all the way down and just completely reduce the game to tiny blurry pixels that can barely be seen, or you can just kind of get rid of your HUD. Although, why you'd want to do that is beyond me. You know what? No comment. So anyway, we go up here, try and take out the 3 golems. Bring back our HUD. I see you hiding behind that wall. There's also a gargoyle hiding up here somewhere. Or is he the one I killed down there? Wait, so he attacked me early? That's rude. Well, we equip our gloves here. We absolutely obliterate the gargoyle here and here. And here we have the crossbow, which is this game's version of the shotgun. Fires off a spread of 3 arrows. Very nice weapon, has a good fire rate, good damage. And I believe it's capable of piercing through multiple opponents. And we also picked up the Tome of Power. Little show of the inventory system here. But the Tome of Power augments your weapon for a good while. It's on a time limit, but the he got dead. But it lasts for a pretty good while though, and it augments all of your weapons at once. Like, you can have it activated when you have a bow out, but then you can bring out your gauntlets or something, and it'll still be activated. But every single weapon in the game has a second firing mode that is pretty much the augmented mode that can only be activated by the Tome of Power. And, for example, with the crossbow, the regular 3-shot becomes multiplied by a bunch, and the gauntlets, instead of shooting the very awesome lightning, it turns red and gains a vampiric effect, which actually kind of makes the gauntlets one of the most powerful weapons in the game. So we're going to equip our Let's equip our crystal wand here, because we've got some gargoyles down here. This is the path to the exit, but there's still another secret to go ahead and get, which is back the way we came. It's right here. Let's equip our crossbow. There's going to be a golem who's going to try and ambush us, which he kinda did, I guess. And here we have some warriors just behind us, throwing their axes. They've got 2 attacks, both of them revolving around axes, but it's red and green axe. The green axes aren't that big of a problem. They're just sort of regular weapons. I guess they do moderate damage, but they're not really anything to worry about. Now the red axes, on the other hand, aren't phased by anything and will deal massive amounts of damage. It's really crazy how much damage the red axes do. I think if you don't have any armor, it'll wipe out about 3/4 your health or something. It does a lot of damage. Also, we are on a current right now. I'm not pressing anything. So, if I were to fire my bow, the arrows would actually go right back. This can sometimes be used to your benefit, and sometimes can be a hindrance, but it really just depends on how creative you are and how skilled you are with that kind of thing. Here we've got a bag of holding. So our ammo count kind of got increased. We can now hold maximum ammo if we were to collect enough of it. But the current also affects enemy projectiles, like the warrior axes, and I think it might also be able to affect the golem projectiles. Golems, for the most part, aren't going to be that big of an issue, but later on they will get a projectile that is one of the most annoying projectiles I have ever seen. So we'll go ahead and go through the portal here, go back to the beginning, and backtrack all the way to the exit here. Kill this guy. Kill this guy. And there's a warrior up here guarding a quiver and the exit. But he won't be too much of a bother. Just died right there. Now there's a golem hiding inside of there. I remember that. And sometimes I like to think that he's looking at all the chaos that we've inflicted here. Like, we've left nobody alive, and he's just kind of barricaded himself in the exit. He's just absolutely terrified. And, you know, he's probably the one enemy who actually has a brain, because he knows he doesn't want to mess with us. He's terrified. He knows what's going to happen when we open up this door. He knows he's screwed. He knows we're going for that 100% completion. I mean, this is the first level. It'd be kind of a shame not to complete the entire level. Hey, buddy. You're dead. So that's the end of the first level. And I think I'll end the video here. I believe that's pretty good for introductions, and there's definitely going to be more of these videos made. Definitely more. So, if you like what you're seeing here, go ahead and feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As soon as we go ahead and save here. Alright. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye-bye.